Hi and welcome back to the 4-minute series. My name is Ben, I'm one of the instructors for BIMstruct, and today we're going to explore how to place structural columns into our Revit projects. From a plan view, the first thing I'm going to do is navigate to the ribbon where the structure tab is and select column. When we do this, you will notice that the bar at the top turns green. This simply indicates to us the commands that are available for placing columns. The first thing I'm going to do is load in some additional UC columns, so I'm going to click on Load Family. This will bring up the standard library for Revit. Now this comes with every installation of Revit and just gives us all the preloaded content. Now do not be fooled and by selecting columns. This is for architects only and will provide architectural columns. Instead, we want to be scrolling down until we see structural columns. And then going to select steel, and then I'm going to choose British Standard, and I will then choose UC. This little dialog box that appears indicates to us all the sizes that are loaded into the software and are available to us to load into this project. I'd like to bring in some beautiful 254s, so I'm going to click and select all those 254s and press OK. They're now loaded in. Now the next step is to indicate the constraints of where these columns are going to be placed. So are they going to span 10 meters, the next floor, etc. Because we're on the ground floor in this little example, that's going to be our base constraint. So we need to say how high it's going up from the ground floor. We can do this with this option bar here. If I click this little drop down menu, this indicates whether it's going down or up with height and depth. I'm going to keep with height, and then we could say to the first floor. We can't say to the ground floor because it would not exist. And then we can choose unconnected if we wanted and input in a value. So for example, if you wanted the column to go up 10 meters, we could choose unconnected and type in 10 meters here. In this case, I want to keep things nice and uniform, so I'm going to choose first floor. This will span whatever distance it is in the software from the ground floor to the first floor that you've indicated in the elevations. I then choose in the properties drop down which family and type I'd like to load in. I'm going to choose those 254s I loaded a little earlier. I'm going to choose the 254 107s. I'm going to zoom into my grids. You'll notice they highlight blue. This just indicates that it's sat directly in the centre of the grid line. So that's down in the centre of grid line A1, just there, that intersection. We can press spacebar, and this will rotate the column through 45 degrees, so we can choose the correct orientation for it. I'm always a big believer in making the software do the work for you though, because I'm lazy. So what I'm going to do is choose the @grids command at the top of the screen. I'm then going to click and select all the grid lines that I'd like to place these columns at intersections. You can see they're placed in there. Again, we can use the spacebar if we want to change the rotation of these columns. I'm going to leave them as they are. And if I'm happy with that, I'm going to give it a green tick finish. This simply finishes the command. I'm then going to double escape, and I'm going to navigate to my elevation, my north elevation, to check that these columns do span to the correct heights. We can see it goes from ground floor to first floor, and there are our columns. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and feel free to add a comment if you'd like to see any other tutorials added to the channel. Thank you.